Okay, what do we got? Tusk Guard Captain and Jeering Instigator. Also a debilitating injury. IMAX Theater and Fearsmith. Fearsmith, I think, is a formidable opponent. Hope I don't end up paired against them. I think it's okay to take the Instigator. Otherwise, I do think it's reasonable to take the Captain. Probably take both of them before the debilitating injury. I don't know if this is the best option or not, but we'll take it and find out maybe. Anvil Rot Raptor. Okay, here we are in Theros. Art's not loading, sadly. Leaf Crown Dryad. This is a good card. I think I'm taking this. It's a 2 mana 2/2 reach that doubles as a 4 mana 2/2 reach bestow. Voyage's End in the pack, God's Willing. Both of these just totally fine effects that have Scry stapled onto them, but I think this is a little more powerful. It's also important to get 2-drops, good creature quality in general. Raptor's a fine playable. It was later downshifted to common, I think, or at least it should have been. Actually, it probably wasn't, but it was in some core set, like M19 or something. I don't know. I think I have to take Fiery Cannonade. Yeah, I think it's fine to take the Cannonade here. See if there's anything else good in the pack. Not so much. Not really. I mean, it's an Ixalan pack, so what do you expect? Okay, here we've got some better cards. Got the Converter Beast. I don't remember what this guy does. 6 mana 4/5. The old rat. Not sure if I'm red-green specifically. This card's fine. Lancer's a 3/3 with some knight text. I think it's Converter Beast, maybe? Just a lot of stats. Is this one? Okay. Doesn't seem great. Let's try this. Monstrify, potentially a pretty good card. There's Talara's Battalion, which is, it sort of has Surge, but it's even harder to turn on. This seems pretty bad to me. This seems like it is almost uncastable, unless you have like a very specific way that your deck looks. I think I'm down to take Monstrify. Never played this card before, but I do think it can do work. Interesting start. Definitely want to play green at this point. We could play red. Ooh. I say that, but Goblin Picker is one of my favorite cards printed in the past, like, couple years or so. Like, I love this card. This card's awesome. So, I think we're fine to pass, like, a Captain's Call. And, yeah. Passing Colossal Growth, which is a Gruul card, but shouldn't come around to us. There was another Gruul card, the Battle, that we saw 2 picks ago. Technically could come around, but I don't expect it to. Can play this as a 2-drop or 4-drop, but realistically this is always a 3. There's this pack. I'm like settling into red-green with 3 cards in each color, and then pick up a Dead Revels, which is good. Can't really complain about it. It'd be good with either our green or our red. Interesting. So Flummoxed Cyclops, Nylia's Huntmaster, Forerunner, and Stampede Rider. I don't think I can take the Stampede Rider. Don't really want to either. I think green is more open than red. could take the Huntmaster, but I think the Cyclops is a better card. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Easily could have been better to just take the 4-3 in green. Okay, 3 mana 4-2, but there's also Kintree Warden. Also kind of a late Lamassu. I think Kintree Warden is better than people think it is, and it's a little awkward that this one can survive the Cannonade and this one can't. But I also think 3 mana 4-2s are generally underrated, and my deck does currently look like a beatdown deck, so we'll take the Grizzly. This might just not be happening. It's a little bit unfortunate because we got this from a Ravnica Allegiance pack, and there weren't any good Gruul gold cards in the pack. Okay, this is fine, but there's also Warrior's Lesson. I am going to take Warrior's Lesson. I don't have a lot of experience with this card, but I don't know. I mean, Titan Strength kills the opponent. It's also just a good rate for 1 mana trick. Alright. Tricked myself. I'm taking the Titan Strength. Okay, some of the better white cards are still here. The Hill Giant and the Sheltering Light. I have no interest in Fire Shrine Keeper. Take a Hill Giant. It's a pretty late Zoomy Informant, though. Also a pretty late 3-3 for 3. We could just take the 6 mana 4-5 reach. Doesn't seem horrible. I don't know. I don't know if we're in black or not. I assume not, since we just saw the Dead Rebels, but my point about the Ravnica Allegiance pack was that that's one of the sets with Gruul in it. So to see this card but no Gruul gold cards in that pack is a really bad sign. Oh, but super late Colossal Growth is actually awesome for us. Okay, feeling a little bit better about whatever we're doing over here. Char in its foil. It's probably better than the Garrison in this kind of deck. There's also a Viashino Fangtail, which is very powerful too. It's unclear to me which one I should be taking. I don't think I can afford to take the Bounce Land. I think it has to be one of these two spells. Kind of want to take the Fangtail. I also have like no removal though. I think it's probably right to take the Fangtail. Let's just take the Char though and see what happens. I do think it can be hard to get removal potentially in these colors. Okay. I'm gonna have to read that one. I think it probably doesn't do much. Lava Serpent is good. Bristling Boar is pretty reasonable. There's a Deadweight in the pack. Blood Curdle is a very powerful card. Not for us, I don't think, unless something weird happens. What does this one do? That's not very good, I don't think. I think I just want the 4-drop. But the Lava Serpent does have some really nice flexibility. Whoops. It's possible I should just be taking the Blood Curdle, but I didn't take the Rat, and it didn't really feel like black was open. Just kind of like a random late Dead Rebels. Sure. Uh-oh. There we go. More black cards. Nothing is spectacular though. I'm not really seeing any reason to pivot. This time I think we can maybe take Witherbloom Campus. Just give ourselves maybe an out to scry sometimes, if not splash, or even end up green-black. Something weird happens. Technically, we could splash like Cannonade and Char. I think it's okay to take this. But this pack bodes really poorly for us. I mean, sure, there are like just a crap ton of Orzhov cards in the pack, but like there's nothing really for me. Okay, well, Acridian is not the worst. There's also a Smoldering Crater. Gilded Drake I think is good. I don't think it's great. Just kind of seems like whoever, like Ugin's buddy over here, I think this person just kind of messed me up. I could just take the Smoldering Crater, or I could take the 2-mana 2/4 that has Echo. I think this thing is actually good in this deck because I do have that Cannonade. And I also am starting to worry a little bit about playables based on how this pack is going. Yeah, there's a little bit more of that now. Again, it seems like blue is open in this direction. Ojutai's Summons as probably the best card in the pack. For us, there's another creature with toughness greater than 2 for the Cannonade, which is not the worst. But overall, really dismal pack. I don't know if that was the best word for that, but that's the word I used. Okay, Nantuko Shaman, finally a good card. There's also Flamecore Elemental, which I do think is underrated at least a little bit. Gustcloak Cavalier is a reasonable card. We'll take the Shaman. It's not really a 3-drop. And then there's this pack. Well, I think at some point I just need to hate draft the Stealer of Secrets. Not too much I can do about my colors not being open in pack 2. I'm just glad black wasn't massively open. I think blue was the most open color in this direction. Black was the second most open color. So there could have been some merit to pivoting if those were flip-flopped. But Stealer of Secrets is a card that can kind of mess you up. So let's get that one out of there. And technically we're okay-ish on playables, because 17 minus the campus brings us to 16 spells, but I think it's a little bit worse than it looks. A little bit more dire. That was a better word than dismal. Okay. Could just take a bear here, which I think I probably will. I'm not sure about Spirit or Arcane spells. We can check later. Don't love Roar the Jukai, and I think Traproot Kami, well, it has Trap in the name, so. Spirit or Arcane, probably not so much. Oh, we wheel the Boros Guildmage. Well, it's not a great card, but it's actually playable, unlike literally everything else in this pack, so sure. Oh, and we wheel the Lava Serpent too. Okay, so this kind of makes me feel like maybe the packs were just not very good for us, because our colors do seem to be open, maybe with the exception of whatever Ugin's buddy is doing. But wait, no, they passed us those cards twice, right? Or just the Guildmage once, but Char plus a Guildmage is still above average to get out of a Ravnica pack. I think I kind of want to take this. I don't know if anybody is going to have a learn card or not, but if nothing else, it's a hybrid card. Curate would be another thing I would consider taking, but just get that one out of there. Oh wow, and we got the Smoldering Crater back too. So we actually got, I mean, this pack was bad, but we got like every card we saw that was in our colors. And the Drake is still there. And I mean, I know it's a 3/3 flyer, but like, I still think the Drake is kind of good. I'm never playing Shape. Am I ever playing Shape the Sands? I really hope not, but maybe. It's kind of weird that Boros Guildmage might be worse than Loam Dweller, but here we are. This deck is alright. I think I am glad that I have the Char over the Pinger. Sits a little bit better in our curve. We ended up with a lot of 2s and 4s and not that many 3s, so I guess I just said the same thing, but... Ooh, Phantom Neshoba, that card's broken. Well, for us there's Swelter, which will take over Phantom Tiger. If somebody ends up with that Neshoba against me, I'm going to be sad. But I am happy to pick up a Swelter, for sure. It can be a little bit worse than Furious Reprisal because it's not any target, so you can't hit a player. I think this... Oh, I was going to say, I think this pack is horrible, and then it's like, well, 5 mana, 5/4, Vigilance Trample for us. 2 mana 3/1 with counter text that I don't care about because I don't think I can put counters on things in this deck. But I do think this guy is pretty decent. If we wield a Flame Seeker, which I'm not really super interested in doing, then even have a nice ally synergy. This pack is not good for me. Guess we are taking Blind Blast. Oath of Kaya is quite good. Narset is going to be worse than it looks. This is a really bad War of the Spark pack. Like, as War of the Spark goes, this is a bad pack of that set. I don't think we need the Bear, which is probably good. That said, no, yeah, I don't think we need the Bear. I don't want to be like making another Shape the Sands style pick if I don't have to. Ooh, Timberwatch Elf, there we go. How about an X2 that helps itself live through the Cannonade? Alright. Scion of Darkness is kind of cool. Hammer of Ruin, maybe? There's Ricochet Trap and Groundswell. Actually, Groundswell is a very efficient trick. I do like Hammer of Ruin. And I think Ricochet Trap is really powerful, specifically if the opponent has a lot of removal. But I think Groundswell as a potential 1 mana +4/+4 seems like where I want to be with this deck. Right behind me? Oh, did you just get trophy number 3-1? That's right, you did. Well, I whiffed on trophy number 5 many times earlier today. I might be whiffing on it again, but that's how it goes. So Draugr's Helm is very good. Run Amok is good too. We already have a ton of combat tricks, and I think I'm happy enough taking Horizon Seeker here. Could take Creeping Mold for the sideboard. I don't think I need Ornamental Courage. Funny to see double Malphas squad. I don't know why people don't like Malfunction. This is a good card, people. Used to go really late in the Kaladesh Aether Revolt flashback too. Might be cutting this Boros Guildmage. And we can worry about the exact build later. Time of Ice. So we're just hate drafting that. So yeah, going to be a little low on removal and just going to be leaning pretty hard on combat tricks, but I do think we have some pretty nice combat tricks. Not sure about this Archivist. This guy might just hang out on the sideboard. Swirling Sandstorm, eh? Well, I don't imagine I'm getting Threshold very often, but who knows? Flaring Pain, by the way, if this were not Phantom, I'm pretty sure that card either is or was worth some tickets. I can now just take this. I do have the one ally that I mentioned. I kind of just want to take like a Searing Light though, just hate draft this guy. I don't think I'm putting this card in my deck. Yeah, let's just get the interactive card out of there. And a bear, if we want one, which we might. Sorry, Boros Guildmage, you've been replaced by a Goblin Assailant. If this was double red and the red ability was the first strike ability, then I would play this. But haste, I need this to be irrelevant on the board. I need to top deck a threat. I need to be in a position where I can attack with the threat, and I need to have 2 mana left over. So basically, not good. Whereas the first strike ability, much easier for it to be good. Okay, this card's annoying. Get that out of there. Oh, this card's actually pretty good. I don't know why it's still in the pack. Sure. All right. So we were kind of just Gruul right off the rip. Oh, you played against Chris? Do you know Chris is streaming, by the way? Pretty much Mercurio. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, I don't know if it was a train wreck exactly, but one of the, nice one. One of the decks that I had earlier that didn't, one of the drafts that didn't go super well, basically I was supposed to play Gruul and I didn't because I just didn't want to keep playing Gruul every time. But I think I'm playing these. We can think about these in a second. I assume I want to play this. This is maybe my other trick that's somewhat weak. Take a look at the old Curvarino here. So remember the Instigator is really a 3-drop. This is weird because, I don't know, we do have the Cannonade. I guess they can't all be Acridian, if you know what I mean. Do I have anything that cares about this? Spirit or Arcane? Let's look through the whole deck here, including this. Nope. None of these are Arcane. I assume we don't have any spirits. It's not like an elf or anything either. Yeah, okay. I think I want to try Monstrify. Question is, do I want this 4/5 reach? It's probably not the worst. How many combat tricks is too many combat tricks? Oh. I think I know what that means, Juan. I'm not sure, but thank you. Okay. Interestingly, I could go to like 16 lands. I don't think I want to play 16 lands though. I think I do want this. I think this stuff kind of incentivizes me to try to go a little bigger. I think I do want one more bear, and it's probably the green one, just because I think I have more green than red in this deck. So it's a little easier on the mana. Maybe the opponent thinks it's better than it is because of the text that doesn't matter. I think that's about right. I mean, I could be playing Titan Strength, but it's only +1 toughness. Okay. So it thinks 10-7, which it's like not insane, but I still think I disagree. So we'll keep this here and go down to 8. We'll play 8-9. The tap lands, playing the off-color Campus purely to scry. Goodbye Boros deck that we had before, playing beer. I don't know what the competition's going to be like at this point at night, but I remember last night that it seemed like things started going better for me when it got later. So I don't know if that means, again, like the... Okay, well, right as I say that, there's the Grixis Illusionist. Could just kill that thing with Blind Blast if we wanted to. Definitely want to hit lands here, so we'll just play this. Pass. We'll have to draw green mana for the Nantuko. One is blue-red. Seems like they do not have a 2-drop. Well, I don't think I want to run out the Nantuko Shaman. Multiple reasons for this. One, it has 2 toughness and I have Fiery Cannonade in hand, but 2, I would love to hit double green for the Shaman. So what we're going to do is we're going to pass this turn. If the opponent doesn't play anything else, like if they just hit me for 1 play land pass, then we'll go for Blind Blast on this to try to maximize our forest draws here. Okay. There's the attack for 1, and then are they just passing again? We'll see what happens. Not an X3, please. Okay. Well, at this point, I'm just hoping to find my forest. Not super worried about this 1-1 actually doing anything relevant, but that would be bad for me. Okay, well, we did find the forest, so that worked out. Oh, I just realized that one of the lines I'd been thinking about was responding to the suspend with Fiery Cannonade. And although like there are some worlds where that makes sense, there is actually some extra text on Nantuko Shaman that I wasn't thinking about, which basically prevents me from drawing a card. So that's kind of funny. How are things going for you lately, by the way, Mercurio? Really appreciate you tuning into the stream, hanging out and stuff like that again. Hope you weren't here when I got super tilted before, but yeah, I hope so, right? Super busy with work. Yeah, that's not fun. That's what I should be doing right now, if I were a little more responsible. Anyway. Okay, opponent has a 3-4, which is kind of a problem. Good news is we have a Char in hand. And we are playing a 5-4 here. I think this deck's going to have a lot of problems, sadly. Okay, Timberwatch. Oh, Chris, thank you so much for the raid. I don't know if Chris is actually in here yet, because I know that hey, good to see you, Arizel. I think I recognize your name from either Chris's server or some of the streams. What's up, Chris? How did your stream go? Hope things went well. playing some Chaos Draft. Got a like pretty medium red-green deck here, but painful but fun. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I had somebody pop into chat and say they, oh, a single match in 3 drafts. Yikes. That is not ideal. Sorry to hear that. All right, well, we get to attack with the Path Warden here, and let's see if the opponent has any tricks or anything. Kind of just seems like they're going to take the damage. Yeah. So since they did this, we're now just going to play the Cyclops. That's the turn. Yeah, I was going to say like these kind of medium decks can punch up a little bit. But yeah, this has been like a brutal one for me too, and actually for most people I feel like I've talked to, maybe with the exception of like Amaz. I haven't talked to him a whole lot, but like, oh geez, are you kidding me? Okay. Okay, well, opponent's gonna get some value from me here, that's for sure. Problem is, like, I do need them to block. If they don't block, I don't think I can win. Yeah, just a 5 for 1, right? That sounds fine. I could attack with this Shaman. I think I am supposed to. Yeah, the opponent's going to be probably a little confused by this, but if they just want to eat this, it's not great for me, but, you know, I accept. I need them to block with Niv-Mizzet. Does this deal a damage to me? This is so annoying. So I think I'm just supposed to let this happen. I mean, the other option is, there is another option here. No, I can't let this happen, right? Yeah, I actually have to kill their thing. It's not ideal. I can't do anything with this. If the opponent wants to continue playing around my stuff, then that works for me. So they can deal me a damage here. Obviously they draw a card. Technically should have left up green mana to represent something else, but it doesn't matter all that much. Yeah, super sick matches are a big part of the fun, for sure. Problem is I'm already down to 12, and I don't even know if the opponent's like attacked me. I mean, I guess they're down to 6, but like now all they have to do is like cast any spell. Why, they're just targeting me. They're not targeting like this. Are they just gonna kill me? Please don't. I can like, if I'm lucky, maybe like chomp with this or something. Uh-oh, this is too much mana. Okay, I mean, that's a 3-5, right? Or 4-6, really? 4-6 is still good. See if they think they can attack here or not. I need to draw land. Okay, they didn't attack. Okay, and we drew the land, which is good. So I think we have to go for the alpha. They could go like 4-6, eat the 5-4, 5-5, eat the 4-4, and then I go Cannonade. It's probably what they have to do. Yeah, okay. Any pirates over there? Alright, well, we're still alive here versus Niv Mizzet, which is a good place to be. And wow, the opponent just scoops with 4 cards in hand to a 4-2. I mean, was I ahead there? Probably. Is the opponent new to the format? Also probably. Yeah, I think I've maybe done that like once before or something in Chaos. It's not a very frequent occurrence. Can't bring in Shape the Sands. This is not the flyer hate we were looking for, so I think we have to run it back. I could just put Titan Strength in my deck. But that's sort of the problem with this format, or at least like how it's been treating me. Like if this opponent, you know, had a more reasonable deck, in my opinion, or like if they had more experience in general, I wouldn't be able to beat that Niv. So basically I would just die. I'm gonna keep this. I'm not gonna play Instigator on 2, I don't think. Raka Disciple. This card's kind of good. But I don't think that they actually have white mana, or at least I don't think we've seen white mana, so it does get a lot worse if you can only give something flying rather than use the healing ability, which is the better one in my opinion. Okay, well, we at least get to play an X2 here to hold back their 1-1 here, eventually. Got anything for me here? Can maybe steal Niv if something funny like that happens. Not drawing Forest is not great. If we find the Smoldering Crater or whatever, I'm going to snap cycle that one. Do we have any red 2-drops actually? We have Goblin Picker. There's that one. Okay, so now we're just hanging out. Nice little board stall there. Anyone for a board stall? Horrible joke time. At least we have Char up here. Eventually we're going to hit our green mana, and then we'll be able to play a functional game of Magic. For now we have a face down 2-2 and Char in hand. And just some land drops to maybe get that Archivist down. Yeah. I've been making some horrible jokes on stream. I've been streaming so much that I can kind of feel my inhibitions like lowering, but maybe that's just general like exhaustion, I'm not sure. Ooh, Lock Dragon. That is a good Magic card. Part of me wants to steal that, but I think I just need to kill it. I guess I can see what I draw. Well, I mean, if I draw Swelter, then that's better. But, like, I guess realistically, like, Cannonade doesn't even do it. No, I actually just need to kill this thing. Because if I draw Forest, I want to be able to play my Boar. Okay, well, there's the card I mentioned. All right. end up getting punished for cycling that land, even though I think it was still 100% correct. I'm going to be sitting here for a minute, which does not favor us when the opponent has a Niv Mizzet in their deck. And they're now a blue source away from casting it. It's turn 6, and they just played land 5, so they're missing land drops, which is more evidence that they could potentially have it in hand. Just need to draw a forest, please, deck. There we go. See if they have a counterspell or something for this. If we draw another forest, we can actually double spell with creatures next turn. If this guy lives, then I'm pretty happy. Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh. Wow, what a blowout. That was horrible for me. That was a nightmare. I'm pretty happy to have the Horizon Seeker here. Or whoops, nope. The Witherbloom Campus. I don't know why I just like read the totally wrong card name, but that's what I did there. I'll put an upkeep stop on, but I don't plan on scrying anytime soon. Like not at least for the next turn or so. Man, that Defiant Ogre was savage. Okay, they hit 6 mana, but they didn't have whatever you call it. Triple blue. So they could still have the Niv in hand. So that really incentivizes me to try to speed things up if possible. I think they might be missing the flying ability there. Okay, Lava Serpent now. I'm gonna start by attacking with this. If they block, then I will use the Colossal Growth. If they don't block, I will play a, not at all suspicious post-combat Lava Serpent. Okay. I'm not even sure this was worth it, but this is what we did. I'm really glad this doesn't say only at sorcery speed or whatever. Oh wait, you can remove a blocker from the opponent too. That's kind of neat. So this one should get through. I'm just going to go for this. Okay. I didn't do the math, but I assume this kills both of them. As long as they don't find the island, we should be okay. So Spitfire Lagak again. This Lava Serpent might have to have Defender here. Yeah, so I missed my untap, unfortunately. Yes. They cast imaginary threats. I think I'm actually... This is a little bit weird, but the opponent's already playing pretty passively. So I think I can just afford to play the Timberwatch Elf, which is then going to give me a better attack all on my next turn. I'm at 16. I can afford to take some damage if they want to attack. I think I said attack all, but at least an attack with the Boar and the Lava Serpent. I've never seen this card cast. Did they just scoop? They did. Okay. Well, I guess they didn't have Niv Mizzet in hand, but that was a good start for us. I'm trying to pay less attention to the leaderboard and more attention to just like what is under my control. Thanks. Griffith the King. Oh, this is the person who was challenging me for trophy leader in Kaladesh / Ether Revolt. One of the people, that is. They're on 41 cards. Got a keep here. What? Oh, this flips into a 2/2. That makes a lot more sense. Do I have any double red in my deck? I don't think so, so I should be pretty free to turn that Smoldering Crater into a fresh card. Just flip this and attack. Yep. Need more 2/2s, and then I need to find my Cannonade. Love to see the opponent on 2-0 with green-white, though. Need more green-white mages in the world. There's the Cannonade. And it's not very suspicious here at all. It's really well concealed. So if the opponent just plays like one more thing into this Cannonade, it should be pretty game-breaking. Okay, that counts. I just want to check and see what Obscuring Aether does. That's really good too, honestly. Okay. That was disgusting. All right. Yeah, hey Tim. Converter Beast, huh? Well, we will be running that one out. Block. Wonder what they have going on over there. I imagine this is dying. Yep. Okay. It's a 2/5. think I do need to reread this one. So we should be just hanging out here for a minute. Well, that wasn't ideal. Any reason to do anything here? I don't think so. I could block here. Like, it doesn't seem crazy to me to block here and then have this thing pump itself. Why did they do that? Just the old block and sack, sure. I think it's weird that they made that attack against me. Hey Randall, no, we turned off the stream and then we came back. I got really tilted earlier, so I just had enough, but then decided I would give it another try. Okay. The old 9 land game and we're still ahead thanks to the... Yeah, okay. Alright. A little bit of tilt from the opponent, it looks like, by the extra drawn cards there. I would love to win this match. Sadly, they do know about the cannonade now. Though, I get the impression that this opponent is playing so fast that they might not be doing much more than playing on autopilot here. I think I'm supposed to run this back. Randall, when can I talk to you about CubeCon? There are 18 tickets left. Not very many. Or at least there were last I heard. Okay, this is a great hand. CubeCon, I think, let me pull up a calendar. I think it's the 19th of October. Yeah, I think it starts October 19th, which is Thursday, and then runs through the 22nd, which is Sunday. And it is going to be a blast. I feel like I've seen and heard so much about it from last year. I was really sad I didn't get to go. Now I actually have a chance to make it. Pretty excited. Alright, so we have some serious thinking to do. Okay, so the opponent is deep on a mulligan here. What did they mulligan to? Just 6? It seemed worse than that. I think I'll probably get a hotel room, and I might even try to share rooms if that works for other people. But we'll see. I think I just want to trade this Instigator. I think the Goblin Picker is a better card here. And this is exactly why. Transluminance, okay. Nice, so now we get to go... Whoops. Stomach's a little grumbly, apparently. Yeah, we should be in really good shape to win this one. Opponent's missing lands. We have some chonkers. They're not attacking for once, which is good for me. Get to play the boar this turn, and then next turn we're looking at bestow and attack for whatever that is, 10? Okay, yeah, this is going to be game over, I think. Oh, geez, and we drew the cannonade. So that's step 1. Double block. Yeah. They refuse to be gotten by the cannonade. Yes. I mean, I basically lost my finals to it. I also won game 1 of this matchup with it. Leave that mountain in hand. Still holding up the char. Should be game over. And it is. Alright, defeated the 2-0 player. And now we are 2-0, 4-0. Yeah, that's fair. Or fair. Okay, I would love to get a trophy. If we don't get a trophy, that's okay. I don't want to tilt. I just want to have fun playing Chaos Draft. This hand is alright. It's not great. This is... I think this is my 3rd finals today. Maybe 4th. But I lost at least 2 of them. Forests are monstrify fodder, I suppose. Oh. Right, yeah, exactly, like during COVID and everything like that. But I also just want to crush people, speaking of what you were saying about chip leaders, like... I don't know. I would love to win the whole thing. Is that a little too ambitious? Probably. Oh, I didn't even think about how good the apparatus is against the Timberwatch Elf. But I am now thinking about that. If they're missing lands, I might just have to run it out anyway. I mean, that was... Or wait, no, they're not missing lands. Oh, now they are. Okay. I will just run out my guy. Do the are you still missing lands check. / do you have a counter spell? Yeah. I would love to play against the people who, like, I know online too, and like draft other people's cubes, that kind of thing. They did find the land. Let's see if they go for the apparatus. Whoa, they didn't go for it. I think that was a big mistake on their part. I think I need to go for this because I'm choked on red. And now the plan is to just try to invalidate that apparatus by never using the Timberwatch while they have 3 mana up, or the potential to have 3 mana up, and I don't have a trick. I'm gonna guess the opponent is maybe somewhat new, given that they didn't. Oh no, opponent. Yeah. That's a painful one for them, for sure. Yeah. Guilty conscience. Sure, okay. So if I could just give this like 1 more toughness, we'd be all set. I think I'm just supposed to attack for 1. And if we had double red, or like if this were mountain, we would play land and then just play 2 creatures, but since we don't, I think it's fine to just play the 4/3. Why? Oh, Tim, no. Oh my God, you're so much smarter than I am. No, damn it. Yeah, just, I think I got there like half a second before you said triggered ability on the stack, but yeah. Ah. Well, we learned from our mistake. Mostly thanks to Tim. Should have been pretty obvious, probably, but I just didn't think about that at all. This is the kind of thing where, like, yeah, it was a great line. Okay. The opponent has multiple auras. I could bring in creeping mold. I think I would bring in like a naturalize, but it is 4 mana. Oh, thank you so much for gifting the sub. That's a lot of gift subs, Mercurio. That's awesome. Thank you so much. We've gone from like a stream in hibernation to like got some subs, got some viewers, got a lot of hours. We're now up a game in the finals, so maybe we're gonna get some trophies. Opponent's mulliganing on the play. I would love to just rattle off a trophy with a deck that I thought was like super mediocre. There have been a lot of artifacts and enchantments, Randall, for sure. The reason I didn't play it, and I said like I would play a naturalize, is just because like basically mana purposes, like just 4 mana feels like a lot for this deck, looking at, you know, this hand where every spell is cheaper than that. Okay, they have a 2/3. It's kind of annoying. Ooh, the Nantuko Shaman. Don't mind if I do. Setting up for a big old board stall here, but I think we're going to be ahead based on our density of spells and how cheap our cards are and that kind of thing. Man, that was such a good line with the guilty conscience and the whatever you call it. I didn't even think about it. The Timberwatch. Sure. I have a screen time report on my computer here. Oh, cycle of miscalc. Miscalc, my guy here is like pretty good, because then I have to give up the card to pay. I don't know. I hate how they make me yield to it twice. Yeah, kinda, Randall. But I think the opponent's likely very new. Oh wait, oh, we're on upkeep. I was like, oh, I did not draw land. Wait, what? They just scooped and disconnected in like the same like 2 seconds there, I think, because conceded, lost connection. I guess so, Randall. Alright, well, somehow we got a trophy with that one. I think we easily could have lost to this player, because I think they did know what they were doing. I think they got a really bad draw in game 2, and then game 1 we just absolutely cheesed them with the cannonade.